3. I have sails, but no wind can reach me. It was 2 p.m. the next day, Sunday. Dave, Luke, Holly and Olivia met at their favourite bench in Greenwich Park. "Is this some kind of game?" asked Holly. "Yeah, that's right," said Dave. "Granny Rose loves games and puzzles." "I like your Granny," said Olivia. "She's fun." "I think the other Silver Surfers are behind this too," said Luke. Bing! Dave took his phone out of his pocket and opened his messages. "Aha! It's her, or them, the Silver Surfers. The game is on." "What does it say?" asked Holly. I don't really understand it," said Dave, "but I'll read what it says. I have sails, but no wind can reach me." "What on earth does that mean?" asked Luke. "Old ships have sails," said Olivia. "You know, the wind pushes the ship." "Wait, now I understand. It's a riddle," said Holly. "You know, a puzzle where someone gives you clues and you must find the answer. Here's one. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters? "That's an old one," said Dave. "Old one?" said Luke. "I haven't heard it." "Short," said Dave. "I don't get it," said Luke. "Short plus E and R make shorter." "Oh, yeah," said Luke. "But I don't get this one from the Silver Surfers," said Olivia. "I have sails. OK, that's clear. It means an old ship. But no winds can reach me. I don't understand that part." Bing! "Another message," said Dave. "It says, send a photo as soon as you find it. You have 1 hour." He thought for a moment. "Maybe it's Cutty Sark. Remember when we went there last year, Luke?" "Of course," said Luke. "We met an old sailor, and he told us a story about the ship." "OK, Cutty Sark has sails, but wind can reach it. It's outside, next to the river. No wind can reach me, remember? That means somewhere indoors." "A ship indoors? Maybe we need some help here," said Dave. "I'm going to look for an answer online." "What about the rules of the challenge?" asked Holly. "Is it fair if you use the internet for help?" "Why not?" said Dave. "The Silver Surfers didn't say anything about that." "OK, I'm going to search for Greenwich ships indoors. Oops, I typed Grebewich." "Hurry up, Dave," said Luke. "We're taking too much time. We've only got an hour, remember? And we've already used nearly 5 minutes." "Here we are," said Dave. "Oh, yes, of course. The National Maritime Museum. That's a good place to look for boats and ships inside a building. Let's go. It's next to the park, about a 5-minute walk from here." The 4 friends walked across the park until they reached the National Maritime Museum. They went around the building until they came to the entrance. "What about tickets?" asked Holly. "I haven't got any money." "Don't worry," said Olivia. "It's free. Haven't you been here before?" "No, never," said Holly. "I knew it was here, but I always thought, I needn't go there now. I can visit it any time I want." "I was there only once, when I was about 6, said Dave. "It's a great museum," said Olivia. OK, we haven't got time now, but you should come and visit it. Well, thanks for the advice, said Dave, but now we must find this ship. Half an hour later, the friends were back in the entrance hall. We've been in every room in the museum, said Luke. We've seen pictures of ships, parts of ships, models of ships. Maybe one of those is the ship in the riddle. But which one? We still don't have an answer, Olivia replied. Let me think. She made some notes on a piece of paper. A strong wind came through an open window and almost blew them away. Maybe someone should close that window, Holly said. Those windows mean that wind can reach all of these ships, said Olivia. Maybe this museum isn't the right place. Wait, look, said Holly. She tapped Olivia on the shoulder and pointed outside. Of course, said Olivia. What's going on? Have they gone crazy? Luke asked Dave as Olivia and Holly ran towards the door. The boys followed. Hey, slow down, said a guard near the door. Sorry, shouted Holly, but they all ran faster. Outside the entrance, they stopped next to the museum's famous work of art. It was a big model of an old ship inside a very big bottle. There was a sign under it. It's called Nelson's Ship in a Bottle, said Luke. Who's Nelson? Who was Nelson? Said Olivia. Were you asleep in history last term? He was Britain's most famous sailor. He won a big battle against the French in 18-something. The Battle of Trafalgar, 1805. He won the battle, but he died on his ship, said Dave. Very good, said Olivia. Did you remember that from the lesson? No, I just looked it up on the internet, said Dave. Well, no wind can reach that ship, said Dave. I think we found the answer. Now we need to send a photo to the Silver Surfers. There's no hurry. We've still got 10 minutes, said Holly. Let's get a nice group photo. Excuse me. There was a man with grey hair on a bench near the ship in a bottle. Can you take a photo of us, please? OK, sure, said the man. Whose phone has the best camera? Asked Holly. Mine has got a very good camera, said Dave, and gave his phone to the man. To take a photo, you have to press this. I know, said the man. Ready? Smile. He took the photo and gave the phone back to Dave. Dave looked at the result. Nice photo, thanks, he said to the man. Then he turned to the others. I'm going to send it to the Silver Surfers. The man started to walk away. He turned and smiled at them, then walked round the corner of the museum. That man, said Holly. I think I've seen him before. I know. He was in the cafe yesterday. He's one of the Silver Surfers. Look, said Olivia. He's left an envelope on the bench. It says Dave on it. Dave went to the bench and picked it up. Well, open it, said Luke. Dave took out 4 small cards. They're day tickets, he said. You know, for the tube and buses. You can have any number of journeys in one day. And there's a map of all the London tube lines. Bing! Dave looked at his phone. It's a reply from the Silver Surfers, he said. with the next